Welcome to the StockMentor.com studios. I am your stock mentor, Brian Johnson. And business first, Mr. Morgan, I have been sending you emails. You've sent me a couple emails, and I've sent you like three back, but I haven't heard back from you. I don't even know if you're getting the emails. If you are, please send me a quick email telling me that you're getting my emails. I do get yours fine. Yours might be blocked by the spam filter. I checked there first. But let me know if you did or did not get all of the emails I sent back to you. If not, then we'll find another way to communicate, whether it's over the phone or through a different email account or something. All right, so what do we see today? Just more chop. Wow, what an uneventful options expiration week. How boring was that? Really not a lot of trading to be done. There were a few individual stocks that were tradable, but really overall, the indices and all of the ETFs that are associated with them and do anything. We had decent trading Monday and Tuesday, rest of the week flat. So what does that mean? Well, that means we're consolidating for another push, something, somewhere, up or down, don't know quite yet. Going to let the charts tell us. Right now, the short term is bullish. Longer term for me is still bearish, but shorter term is definitely still bullish in this area. I'm going to diagnose it, see what I take a good look at it this weekend. I'll let you guys know what I'm seeing on Sunday so we can prepare for Monday. But just know right now, as of Friday, that it's just been nothing but consolidation the last 3 days, which means a big move is coming. Big move. Just don't know which way yet. If we look at a daily, you can see here another little teeny tiny candle being put in. Now, these candles, once again, we've had since 3 days ago potential reversal, potential reversal, potential reversal. Three of them basically in a row. None of them have played out quite yet to the downside. Still opportunity to play it to the upside, and we're all looking at these 50-day moving averages. Those are the big ones. So 50 and the 200, that's what I'll really be focusing on as I enter this weekend's analyzation. Is that a word? Analyzation of the markets. I'll make it a Johnsonism. There you go. Analyzation. It's a new word. Put it in your dictionaries. The NASDAQ on a 60 also holding over the 20. See that? Very, very nicely, but chopping sideways. Up only 2 points today after a nice run all week long. Here was the daily, and look what it hit. Gee, funny how that works. Okay, we did hit the 50-day moving average. 1923 was the 50. 1925 was the high. So a beautiful tap. Right around that 50-day moving average. Hope you guys had that stuff marked on your charts. That was kind of a no-brainer once we started heading up to see at least some sort of a pause break or something up in that area. Now let's see if it consolidates for a push higher or lower. But once again, looking at this area down here and this area up here for support and resistance. From a weekly standpoint, once again, I did say I'd find it very surprising if we didn't close up for the week now, based on what we saw Thursday. At the beginning of the week, we weren't sure. Really felt like there was a bounce in order here from the weekly, and that's what we're seeing right here. So we are above the 20-week moving average now. Very, very good place to see a bounce, especially if you're bearish. I think this just makes total sense right in through here. Looking for the 1960-1970 area next week will hopefully give us some idea of whether or not this pushes for real by the bulls, or if it's going to end up breaking down like the bears seem to think it's going to. SPX on a 60-minute, also chopping sideways, only up a point today after being up and down most of the day, but no trading to be done in here. From a daily standpoint, also starting to move its way back up. Don't know if it's going to hit the 50. Could. I mean, it's always possible. The NASDAQ is already up there, though. So in order for that to happen, we're going to have to consolidate a little bit more here before we get that push up. Once again, markets leaving you in a tweener mode. Very end of the week, markets leaving you in an in-between mode where it's very hard to tell exactly where we may or may not go come next week. So watch your plays carefully. 200 below you, 50 above you. From a weekly also closing up, not quite back to its 20-week moving average though, but I think I see no reason why it wouldn't get there. That is up there around the 1130 area. So that's the area we'll be watching closely coming into next week. Doesn't have to happen early next week. Remember, these are weekly candles. So we could see maybe a little bit of a down move to begin the week for 1-2 days maybe, and then roll over and start to see a push to the upside. And we'll see if that scenario plays itself out as well as we get into next week. And the VIX also coming down, but you can see holding at this area, but boy, just barely. Just barely. So 23.95 is where it stopped. 23.92 was the last line in the sand, really, and that was the 50-day moving average. So it made sense. I said if it's going to fall, it's probably going to end up in this area down here, and it did. This is very, very, very strong support down here. This is where it ended the week, but we're right on the bottom edge of this area. So watch carefully for a potential bounce early next week. Would totally make sense to me in the VIX, and that would mean a little bit of downward action in the indices. I'll do a Lippignor diagnosis on that this weekend and see if I can give you a clearer picture of that come Sunday. Apple on a 60-minute moving up 2.2 today. So still a great, great trading opportunity in Apple. This thing has run up very, very well. You can see over the past 2 weeks or so, a course of about 30 bucks. Apple getting up and over now. It's high. Now at this point, and if this is a big 3 and then this is a consolidation 4 and now we're working on wave 5 up, at any point we can roll over. This is it. It's done what it needed to do. And so it can go up to 380 or it can crash from here. It really doesn't make a difference. So you'll want to be very careful short term playing Apple, especially in this area here, starting to get a little bit extended. I'd be very cautious playing this long. I'd only play it long maybe from an intraday standpoint. Here it is on a weekly, getting back up and above Big Blue. Not for long. I would think within a week this is going to come back to retest Big Blue. So it could happen early next week, could happen late next week. But I'm going to just go ahead and at this point go out on a limb and say by the end of next week we're going to retouch or retest this blue line at some point. FAS on a 60-minute, also consolidating up here, looking for a push. We'll look at this one, but the 200 looks like a good place to get long above there. We are above this area here, so let's see if it maybe comes back down and tests this area. But as long as it holds this blue line, you've got opportunity for trades. FAZ on the day, you can see coming back down to retest this 14-ish area. My go short level was $14. We only got to 14.08. So you can see the chop that we've been in. This still looks ultimately bearish for FAZ, so you'll want to be watching this one closely. A good play to the downside, I think, is below that $14 mark, and I'm seeing that same thing here on the daily, below $14. Being very careful, guys, of the 50. We'll talk more about that this weekend as well, but keep that on your charts. Okay, that was a quick rundown. Not much to talk about when these days consolidate like that. That makes for a very quick video, and that means there's more time for you to hang out and party it up on a Friday night. So yay for you. So I am going to party it up tonight as well. That is, oh hey, yeah, that consists. I'm in a softball tournament. I love to play men's softball during the summertime, and there is an all-night tournament going on. So we have our first game at 7 p.m., and if we win, we play at 1 a.m., and if we lose, we play at 11 a.m., and then it goes all night. 2 a.m., 4 a.m. games, 5 a.m. games. Yeah, I know. I'm crazy. I'm way too old to be doing that, but it is a lot of fun. Hang out with the guys and just have a good time all night long. There's a lot of fun to be had. So an all-night tournament for me tonight. That'll be my big recreation of the weekend. And then, hell yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody listening. I'll see you again on Sunday. I'll have my video out on Sunday. But I hope you guys are doing something special with your family over the weekend. All right, that'll do it for this day's video. And I'll be back with you on Sunday with a bigger diagnosis of what we're going to see coming in the next week. Mr. Morgan, if you're getting these messages, please, please, please give me a call, send me an email. Talk to you guys later. Bye.